I want to play with some fall inspired makeup, and I landed on Haus Laboratories. I have eyeshadow, some lip gloss, and some liner. And then I also have quite a bit of E.L.F products that I want to use, so let's put them together. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Samantha and I am just a mom who likes to play with makeup. If you're not new here, welcome. Thanks again for coming back and watching another video. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you do, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe and hit the bell so that you can be notified of my future upcoming videos. Without further ado, let's hop into this. Alright, so as usual, I went off camera and this is the look that I came up with. I'm going to first start off by using these Line and Define eye tapes by E.L.F. You get a lot per packet. I believe, how many are there? There's 40 strips. However, if you cut them in half, you will have double, so you'll have 80. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut them in half, and I only use half per eye because, I mean, your eye, you don't need this whole strip. So, just a little tip on it. So what you're going to do is you're going to line it up under from the bottom to your outer brow. This is the hard part because hopefully you can get them even. I think that's pretty good. And if it's not, it's not. You don't have to be perfect. I completely forgot to prime my eye before I put this tape down, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to use the E.L.F Putty Primer, and just going to use the concealer brush and put that on my lid. So going into Cake, I'm just going to buff that into the crease and up to the brow bone. I'm going to hop into Contort, which is right here. And I'm going to deepen up the crease. My husband actually bought this palette for me for Christmas, and I have been too afraid to dive into it. And by afraid, I mean, it's just so pretty, and I didn't want to ruin it. So I finally was just like, no, we gotta play with this. It's just too gorgeous to sit on the shelf and not do anything with it. So I'm gonna use Shimmy right here, and I'm going to use more of a flatter brush, get that all over the brush, and then I'm going to spritz that with the E.L.F Dewy Coconut Setting Mist, and I'm going to put that on the inner half of my eye. That is such a pretty purple. I'm also going to go just a little bit above the crease so that I can see it more when I have my eyes open. When I have my eyes open. It's just so pretty to not be able to see. I'm gonna go back in with that second shade that we used. Then I'm gonna go into Slipper Room, which is this darker purple, and I'm just gonna put that along this outer edge. And I'm going to keep deepening that up. I'm going to go a little bit into Top Hat, which is this black, and just go along the outer edge. Kind of like a liner. Just adding a little bit more of, what is it, Slipper Room. I'm going to use Spotlight, which is right here, as my brow bone highlight. Alright, so I'm going to use the Haus Laboratories Liquid Eye Liner. I really like this liner. Hopefully you can see the tip. It has a very, very big tip, but it's so easy to use. Not on my left eye. It's so precise. I love this liner. It's just getting bigger and bigger. That's what happens with a cat eye every time, or a wing. Every time you just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's just bound to happen. I'm going to put on the Big Mood E.L.F. mascara. I actually like this mascara. It kind of reminds me of the Essence Lash Princess that I use. So this is a yes for me. I really like that. Now I'll have to see if it transfers or shadows throughout the day. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Alright, I think we're pretty even. Wow. I think I'm actually even. So, alright. If you haven't used these strips before, I highly recommend them, especially if you're not really good at a wing. This makes it so easy. So, highly, highly recommend. I believe I found these at Target, and I love them. I'm going to use the E.L.F. Luminous Putty Primer. This is one of my favorite primers now. I love it. So, I use quite a bit. I'm not going to lie. But I really like the way it makes my skin look, even under creams. You can even see the shimmer on my hands. There you go, on the tips. It's just so pretty. I love that little shimmer. If you're not sure if you're going to like the Luminous Putty Primer, they do have a 3-pack of the Luminous, the original Poreless, and the matte. So you can get a 3-pack of these, I believe for $9.99 or $10.99. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to post it here on the screen. But then you can see which one you really like. Or if you like all three, then you have all three at hand. I'm going to go in with the E.L.F. Camo CC Cream Foundation. No, CC Cream. Duh. I'm just going to use a brush to apply it first. And then I will use a sponge. Alright, I'm going to switch to my blender, which is dampened, and I'm just going to kind of dab it all in and make sure that there's no brush strokes and pick up any excess product. Is it just me, or do I look like a vampire? Because of my eyes. So, awesome. But I really do love E.L.F. E.L.F. products have been amazing. I mean, they used to be, I remember when they were $1. Everything was $1 from them. So inexpensive, and they've really stepped up their game and are, I would have to say, probably one of the best drugstore companies. So I'm going to use that to brighten up, and that is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'm not a big fan of the matte one. For me, it's just too drying, but this hydrating one has been amazing. It really is hydrating. My hair's starting to really bug me. And I do the same thing. I like to use the brush first, and then I go back in with the sponge just to make sure there's no brush strokes. Everything is well blended. Alright, so let's do our under eyes. I'm going to start with Camo, which is right here. And I'm going to buff that on the bottom lash line. I'm going to go into the slipper room, which is right here, and put that on the outer half roughly. Spritzing that as well. I love that. I just got that all over my mirror. And then the front half, I am going to go in with Shimmy, which is right here. And I'm going to do the same thing. Spritz that because I don't want it all over my face. I'm going to go back in with, I already forgot the name of it, Camo again, and just buff that out a little bit lower and a little bit more. And then I'm going to go into the black, which is Top Hat, and I'm going to line the outer half. as close to the lash line as I can get. And I'm going to connect that to the top. Let's highlight the inner corner with Spotlight. And let's do the bottom mascara again with E.L.F, the Big Mood. I have really enjoyed using this palette, and there's definitely multiple looks that you can use this for. You could even just do something for every day. You don't have to go, you know, all winged out and more glam. You could easily do every day. So I really like this, and I have to say, I'm a huge fan of this mirror. It is perfect. I love how big it is. Let's go ahead and go into our brows, and I'm going to use the E.L.F. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. This is a wonderful brow product. I love it. So as far as the eyeshadow goes, it was very easy to blend, and the colors are gorgeous. They're very rich. You can definitely build them up. They're not just automatically a dark color. So I love that. Plus, it's available on Amazon. So that makes it extremely easy to get a hold of. The one issue I have with this pencil is the tip. It definitely dulls down, and then I don't have that fine tip, so I can't really do the tip here of my brow. But again, that is my one complaint, but it's not enough to make me not use it. I love this brow pencil. Once I do my brows with the pencil, I then use the Brow Wow, which is another amazing brow product. It sets the brows, but it also adds some definition and texture, which I love, which is great. So it looks awesome all together. And I do feel like my brows stay in place all day long. I love that combo. Love it. So I'm gonna go do the other eyebrow, and I'll be right back. Contour, I have the E.L.F. Putty Bronzers. I have two different shades here. I know one's Tan Lines, but I cannot remember the other one to save my life. So I'm gonna put the names of them on the screen so you can see what product I'm using. But I'm gonna use this first one to contour because it is more of a shadowy contour color, which is great. And just contour that. Do you guys have one side that you just do better at? Not just contour and your eyes, but like just everything. I know some people, it's like, oh, I do this wing better than this wing, or this brow better than this brow, but I feel like just in general, it just differs for me. But for the most part, this left side, we don't get along. And part of me wonder if it's because it's a dark spot, or if it's just easier just to get the right side of my face. Let me know down below. And I'm not worried about this yet because I'm going to go on top of that as well. Apparently I just want to make my life really hard today because I'm not even using a mirror. I'm just using the camera, which is a horrible idea. Horrible. So let me grab my mirror and just make sure. Not a big deal. It blends so easily. The next bronzer I'm going to use is going to warm up my face more like a bronzer. So like I said, this is more of a contour shade for me, whereas this one is definitely more of a bronzer. So I'm going to bronze up with that. I love these creams. Love it. If you haven't tried these yet, you need to. They're so easy to blend. Literally anyone can do this. And cream makeup is life-changing. I'm telling you guys. Your skin looks so much healthier and just, oh, it's gorgeous. Don't be afraid of creams. I love that. Love it. Love it. Now I have two different blushes. Again, I don't know why they don't put the names on them. I don't. It's very obnoxious. That's, again, one of my biggest complaints I have. So I'm going to go more into this one. Now that I've gone on a rant, come closer. The names are right here. This is Tan Lines, and this one is Feelin Shady. I'm sorry, E.L.F. I'm so sorry. So this one is Tahiti, and this one is Turks and Caicos. I feel so stupid, y'all. I feel stupid. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to feel stupid for you. So now you know where to find the shades. So let's go into this. And again, this is Tahiti. Where's my mirror? Oh, yeah. It is so easy to blend. The makeup underneath isn't lifting. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you do like to powder, do all the creams first before you set anything. Otherwise, you're gonna, well, you may have a cakey mess on your hands, and just don't do it. Oh, that's such a pretty blush. Oh, I love that blush. That is so pretty. That is gorgeous. That is Tahiti. Look at that. It's not scary, guys. I promise it's not scary. Just dab in and blend. They blend so easily. I promise you can't go wrong. I mean, I found this Glassy Skin Balm by E.L.F. Again, it's the Electric Move. So I want to try this. Hopefully this gives me that glossy look that I'm looking for. Ooh. This is more of a natural highlight. It's not, like, you can see the difference. It is not supposed to be one of those wow in your face. It's not like a powder. This is just a natural, like it says, it's just glassy skin, which is something I, again, prefer. It is not picking up the makeup underneath, which is great. Oh, I almost went into the eyeshadow. Let's try it on the nose. Oh, I like that. I would recommend just dabbing versus swiping. Oh, I really like that. That is cute. And again, that's more if you like that natural glow and not the powder look. So let's go ahead and set, and I'm going to use the E.L.F. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. It smells heavenly. I'm not one for coconut, but that smells like a vacation. And I like that. Because who doesn't want a vacation? Alright, I'm just going to pounce that in and make sure everything is well blended. I am really liking the way everything is coming out. I think I'm going to add a little bit more blush. Just because I love blush. And one thing about cream blushes, I've noticed that they do wear down pretty fast throughout the day. So if you want, maybe go a little bit heavier, just so that, you know, it stays on a little bit longer. There we go. And you can still see the glass skin tint. All right, last but not least, let's do lips. I have two different lip colors. All right, so this shade is Blaze. It is a very pink gloss. It's really pretty. It does have that sticky texture though, so I'm not a huge fan of that, but it's gorgeous. So I can definitely see past that. This shade is Venus. So they look kind of similar. Let's swatch those. So this one is Blaze. And here is Venus. So it's a little bit darker, but on my lips, they both kind of look the same. Both gorgeous. I thought I wasn't going to like the lighter pink, but it looked pretty natural on my lips. So I do like that. But I'm going to show you, if you don't like that thick, goopy, like sticky gloss, you may not like this. So you can see how it's coming out. I've used these a few times and I have enjoyed them. I haven't noticed the stickiness after a while. It kind of just wore down, so it didn't bother me. I just did a lip liner and then the gloss and it worked great. But again, if you don't like that sticky texture, you're not gonna like it, so please keep that in mind. I really, really, really like the way that this turned out. I am having a wonderful makeup day. I feel gorgeous. I love this. All the items I used today will be listed down in the description bar so that you guys can follow along, or you guys can just check out which products you really wanted to see for yourself. Thank you for joining and watching today. I hope you have a lovely week wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye.